What's going on, guys? Thomas from the Switched Up here, and welcome to this kind of rumor roundup video all about Super Mario 3D World. Now, it's no secret, obviously, I've made my fair share of videos about this game, but this honestly might end up being the last sort of leak speculation video I make on it, given that I'm expecting a trailer for this game within the next 3 days. I think if we don't get one by Thursday, I don't know what'll happen, because I think we will get one by Thursday. In all seriousness, though, this is kind of a crazy video to make. I mean, it's the last sort of leak-related video I'm gonna do on this game after God knows how many I've done for like a year and a half now. So let's make it a good one. In this video, we're going to be talking all about leaks that Nintendo have actually dropped themselves. A bunch of different websites for this game went live in, different languages. Like there was a UK website, there was a English, like American website, there was a Japanese website, and we're gonna take a look at all those because some of them have like different parts of information that like aren't available on the other one. So we're just gonna compile all of that to give you guys kind of the most information possible about this game. And all that stuff is officially from Nintendo, so it is 100% confirmed. And then speaking of, what is kind of not as confirmed, we're going to be taking a look at a leak from the kind of acclaimed leaker Marco Mauro. He's gotten stuff right in the past. We've talked about him a lot on the Nintendo Tonight podcast, and he had a very interesting thing to say about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, specifically the Bowser's Fury section, so we're going to talk about that at the end of the video. Before this intro gets any longer, let's just jump right on into it with the first thing I want to talk about, which is gyro controls, maybe, for Super Mario 3D World. Now, it's no secret that the controls for 3D World were kind of what turned some people off. You were only limited to 8 directions, and the controls overall were very simplistic. Mario's moveset wasn't, that unique. It was kind of just your average controls for a Mario game. Now, personally, I loved this because it allowed me to, play with my friends, and we could all be kind of on the same playing field. Like, if I picked up Odyssey and my friend who's never played Mario picked up Odyssey, we would not be on the same playing field at all because I would just know, like, triple jumps. I would know, like, a bunch of crazy stuff like Cappy, roll, cancel, whatever it's called, the stuff you do in speedruns. Like, it's not fair to, kind of compete against each other. Luckily in Odyssey, though, there is no real multiplayer. You don't compete against each other, so there is no problem there. However, with 3D World, that game is so, centered around multiplayer that if the moveset was absolutely crazy, then it would be, I don't know. In my opinion, it would kind of lose the multiplayer pick up and play charm a little bit. However, I do agree with the complaints that the 3D World moveset originally was stripped down a bit too much. I mean, there wasn't even like a triple jump. The long jump was completely useless because it didn't go far at all. Overall, the game felt kind of slow if you weren't playing in multiplayer. There was a lot of just running and waiting for, the cool obstacles to come up. That's why I'm super stoked to report that on the Nintendo UK website, they actually talk a bit about the controls specifically, and they mentioned that, well, one, gyro controls are coming in for the first time. There were no gyro controls in this game. You could only use them like on the gamepad to slightly control the camera, but that doesn't really count. Apparently now there's actual gyro controls, so maybe, it'll be somewhat similar to Super Mario Odyssey's motion controls where you gotta shake to roll or something, because we do know there is an updated like roll mechanic. Obviously there was a roll in the base game, but it was kind of pointless. We are seeing like a midair dive in one of the trailers, so maybe that'll like lead into a faster roll. And speaking of faster, this enhanced version of Super Mario 3D World also comes with gameplay improvements such as increased running speed for all characters and the ability to climb higher while using the Super Bell. On top of that, if you take a look at the Japanese translated version of this little blurb that says the same thing, it also says that when you like jump and dive with the cat suit, it will last longer. So if you didn't know, you could jump and dive from like super high up, but then the dive would kind of wear out like halfway through. You wouldn't be able to dive all the way to the ground. That, dive time will supposedly now last longer in this game, which overall is good. These changes seem to just make the game more fun. Like, it kind of removes some of that limitations, which is good because A, a lot more people are going to be playing this for the first time, so, it's good for them that they don't have to play with these limitations, and B, it's just going to be nice because a lot of people have already played this game, so kind of just switching it up a bit, making it a little faster, it won't feel like you're playing the game again because they're actually changing some pretty important parts. I mean, it's a platforming game and they're changing the base move speed, like that's pretty important. However, obviously what excites me most is the gyro controls. I kind of hope they're optional because I know a bunch of people don't like gyro, but personally I enjoy it, so I mean, bring them to me. I don't really care that much. Next up, I want to talk about the new addition to this game, Bowser's Fury. This is super exciting to me, and we actually have a supposed like kind of story rumor, I guess, or well, it's not a rumor, it's a leak. Basically, someone on Twitter, I guess, looked up Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and on Google there was an advertisement for the game. Now, sometimes these ads like accidentally go live before the actual website itself has went live, so this could have been an ad for like the final version of the website, because currently I believe we only have the teaser website. However, regardless, if you read the description text from here, it says stop Fury Bowser in the new Bowser's Fury adventure. So obviously in the base game we had to stop Bowser, and without going into spoiler territory, Bowser did kind of transform towards the end of that game. So it looks like a new version of Bowser will be available in Bowser's Fury, known as Fury Bowser. Not super creative there, but I mean, it makes sense obviously with the title. What will Fury Bowser actually look like? Only time will tell. However, it's just super exciting to know that, you know, this villain, this big Bowser, Fury Bowser thing, it's gonna be unique. It's gonna be something different we haven't seen before in the Mario universe, and that just excites me to no end. Last thing I want to talk about is more of a confirmation than anything. We kind of got word of this all the way back when the original trailer dropped last, like September. However, people were skeptical on how, you know, it would actually be rolled out, and now we know the online is going to be at least full co-op, so you can just play through the entire game with online. What remains to be seen is if there's some sort of ranked, like, versus system, kind of similar to Mario Maker 2, but pretty much every website, such as the Teaser American website, the Nintendo UK store page, and the translated Japanese store page, mention that you can play the entire game in online. Absolutely so excited for that. Literally cannot wait. It's just gonna make the game so much more fun. I've said this many times, I think this game is meant to be played multiplayer. I love the fact that you can play it single player, and I have played through a single player many times, but whenever I'm having the most fun in this game, it's when I'm playing multiplayer, playing with my friends. And unfortunately, that's just not possible nowadays because of COVID. So the fact that there's online in this game now, it just makes it so much more accessible. I am so happy that they finally added this in. If you count Mario Maker as a spin-off, which I do, this makes the first mainline either 2D or 3D Mario game to have like an actual online multiplayer. Sure, there was Luigi's Balloon World and Mario Odyssey, and I guess you could post to Miiverse in New Super Mario Bros. U, but this is actual full multiplayer. And I've said this before, but I just honestly cannot wait. So last thing I want to talk about is this Markomaro tweet that I talked about a bit earlier. Basically, he is saying in this tweet that Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is going to be absolutely huge. Specifically, the Bowser's Fury section took up over 1 year full development, and on top of that, there's going to be 30 plus levels / challenges in this world. I guess I shouldn't even call it a world then, because there's no world in the game that has that many levels / challenges. I mean, I guess the most it would be like probably one of the special worlds, or I guess if you combine World Flower and World Mushroom, because they're kind of clumped together on the map. But regardless, like, I don't even think that eclipses the 30 levels that he's saying will be in Bowser's Fury. I absolutely cannot wait for this, and I'm assuming that these levels are going to be harder, just given that, you know, if you look at Bowser's Fury in the little trailer, it looks like kind of a boss world. It looks like the entire thing is essentially a boss world, which is super exciting. Obviously, for someone like me who's already played through 3D World, I think that the game is a blast, but it is pretty easy. I mean, Champions Road is the only level that I can like play and consistently not, you know, beat. And even then, that's just one level, and it's just, I don't know, it's not that fun to replay. So according to Markomaro, Bowser's Fury will be super big and expansive. Can't wait for that. It'll also probably be a bit harder just by the looks of it. Can't wait for that. And then not only is there that, but there's also the online multiplayer that was, you know, confirmed from Nintendo earlier. That's not like a leak, that's literally confirmed from Nintendo. With all that, it doesn't really matter if you're new to the game or if you're someone like me and who's played through it countless times. It seems like there's going to be almost endless replay value. I honestly cannot wait for this game, and I want to thank you guys all so much for sticking with me on this journey. I mean, we've made so many videos about this game, it's honestly ridiculous, and do not worry, there's going to be a lot more coming. I don't want to officially announce anything yet, so I'll just say it for anyone who's stayed this long in this video. The week of this game releasing, I'm gonna try and do daily uploads about the game. Obviously, all leading up to a giant live stream on the 12th. We'll see how all that goes though. It's going to be super fun regardless. Just let me know down in the comments if you're stoked for this game just like I am. With that all out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, enjoyed the video, and aren't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button because we have a crazy goal for this year of 250,000 subscribers. The silver play button for 100,000 just came in the mail today, and it's honestly surreal. I have more, you know, more stuff coming about that soon. I just wanted to mention, like, thank you guys so much. It literally means the world to me that I can make videos and people watch them, and it's like kind of my hobby / job. Like, it's just so cool. You guys are all the best. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Thomas from the Switched Up, signing off. Peace.